Good afternoon, Belize. I am Misani Cayetano, and it's time for a midday check-in with News 5. We've got the top stories to keep you informed. Here's a quick rundown of what's happening across the country. Tracy Panton unveils her slate of UDP candidates ahead of the March 12th general election. Agriculture Minister Jose Abelardo Mai responds to the abrupt closure of the sugar crop. Finally, the Transport Department is issuing license plates and stickers. These stories and more are coming up in just 1 minute.
In the face of tragedy, you depend on accurate and timely information. In times of triumph, you seek to be inspired. You demand transparency and accountability. Your desire is to know and to understand, to be heard and seen. I take pride in telling stories that safeguard communities. Your dedication and success live on through these reports. Getting to the truth is my duty. My unwavering commitment is to tell the stories that matter the most to you. I am News 5.
Welcome back. The UDP, led by Albert Area Representative Tracy Tager Panton, is officially rolling out their candidates and kicking off their campaign for the March 12th general elections. Tager Panton told News 5 that she is keeping the doors open to all UDP members until nomination day on Monday.
Today, we are launching our candidates that are running as part of under my leadership, who supports my leadership, those candidates who are standing strong and firm for democracy, those candidates who have stood up for the fundamental values and principles of the party. We're going to reveal those names and officially launch our campaign for the 2025 March 12th elections.
And how many candidates you have?
We have 14 candidates. A candidate has come on board this morning. And we keep the door open to all our colleagues. You know, on October 20th, we made a commitment to our delegates and our supporters that we would do everything we could to unite the party. We kept the door to mediation open for as long as we possibly could, up to the 13th of February before we went to court on the 14th. And we will keep the doors of unification as long as it's possible. The absolute deadline for that will be on Monday when we go to nomination day. But we respect our colleagues, and if at all possible, we would like to go in as one united Democratic Party as we seek to successfully contest the general elections.
On Wednesday night, we reported that Belize Sugar Industries Limited is temporarily stopping sugar production for the 2024-2025 season. BSI explained that the mill has been getting poor quality and low quantities of sugar cane because of heavy rains. The bad road conditions have made things even worse. Today, we heard from the Minister of Agriculture, Jose Abelardo Mai, during his appearance on Open Your Eyes.
The mill has closed because of insufficient cane reaching the mill. The fields are excessively wet. The quality of the cane is horrible. The mill will run out of excess bagasse, reserve bagasse. They burn bagasse to generate energy. Okay? There is a cold front coming in that will bring some rainfall. If the mill closes down because of just if sugarcane is not reaching the mill will be forced to close down, and because that they are using up all the reserve bagasse, they will be unable to restart the crop. Now that put at risk the entire sugar industry crop for the year 2025. So it's not sugar. I read that thing on Facebook. It is wrong. It is a political mischief. But I must say to you that we continue to fix sugar roads, and because of the weather pattern, the frequent rainfall pattern, it's destroyed. You fix it again, it's destroyed. It fixed. So the government is losing. The cane farmers, because of the quality, is losing. The TCTS, tons skins of sugar, tons sugar cane to ton sugar is at 16 tons. You are losing money.
The wait is finally over. After nearly 2 years, license plates and vehicle stickers are back in Belize. Today, the Department of Transport kicked off their countrywide distribution tour, starting in Belmopan, Santa Elena, and San Ignacio. At the launch of the event, Minister of Transport Rodwell Ferguson apologized to Belizeans for the long delay and promised that steps have been taken to make sure this problem doesn't happen again.
I feel very guilty to a certain extent because I'm the minister responsible for transportation that covers license plates and stickers. And so on a regular basis, I keep telling the staff that we need to fix this issue. And so over the last month and a half, the CEO and myself sat down and tried to find the solution. And so we made a very large order to the Ministry of Finance and asked them for their approval. So today and over the next 3 weeks, we are going to have 10,000 license plates total of different categories. And so we're hoping that we can now be able to come back to normalcy to make sure we always have license plates and stickers as a person come to license his or her vehicle. It's an embarrassment to the ministry, and I want to make sure that embarrassment is over.
The Ministry of Culture, in partnership with the National Institute of Culture and History, has launched an exciting new art exhibit titled Handmade by Belize, featuring the work of 25 talented handmade artisans. Minister of Culture, Francis Fonseca, described it as a cultural development project aimed at creating opportunities for the present while honoring the past.
You know, at the end of the day, we really want to make sure that our creative people can make a living from their creativity. And so the export market, how can we work with them to provide opportunities for their products to gain access to export markets. So culture is my business is a key initiative that we have focused on here at Niche over the past few years because we understand that so many of our artists, they're creative people, but they need support in terms of marketing their products, in terms of establishing their businesses, creating a business model, and ultimately making a profit so that they can provide for their families and support their communities. So all in all, it's a fantastic initiative.
The upgrades at John Grief Airport in San Pedro are finally complete, and the newly rehabilitated runway was officially inaugurated on Wednesday. Here's more on this exciting development.
As you all know, San Pedro remains one of the nation's foremost tourism destinations. According to statistics from the BTB and the BAA, in 2024, the island possessed some 3,400 rooms for rent, received nearly 20,000 flights, and hosted 200,000 ticketed air travelers. Not only is La Isla Bonita a major center for investment, but also for civil aviation. The national airline carriers that are so much a part of San Pedrano culture have contributed to this investment with terminals. I hope you are enjoying our modest facilities. We have also made investments in maintenance facilities. If you look around the aerodrome, you'll see the testament of that investment.
That's a wrap for the news at noon. But don't worry, there's plenty more coming your way at 6 p.m. We'll dive deeper into these stories and more. In the meantime, visit channel5belize.com and follow us on Facebook for real-time updates. And don't miss Open Your Eyes tomorrow morning for fresh takes on today's headlines. Thanks for tuning in, Belize. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a fantastic afternoon.